Hi, welcome back to my channel. Here is Volodymyr Kadansky and you're on the Work Layer Journey podcast. Today, I want to share some nice updates we've been working hard so far in the past 2 weeks. It's UX and navigation simplification, global search, and multiple organization profiles. Let's go. All right, let's start with navigation. So navigation simplification is a pretty interesting kind of job. When we got a lot of feedback that the work layer navigation is very confusing, there's a lot of components, and yeah, this is true because we are dealing with more than just project management at this point. We have a lot of moving parts, and we understand that we can't get with a perfect interface in the one shot. So having the continuous stream of the feedback, we get rid of showing a lot of components all the time. Like if you remember, there were extra menu line on top featuring top level navigation, such as connected to the entire organization, like global timeline or global workload. Now it's gone and it's wrapped inside this top level menu. So we have a house of all of these top level menu components here. You can also switch between the organizations, unlike previously in the top right corner. You can also have all of the settings from here, and more importantly, if you have unread messages like I see here from other organizations, you see the unread counter here, so it's much easier to spot it because inbox unread messages also gonna cite and leave here. Unlike previously, when you can easily miss unread notifications from other organizations because it was simply on the right side of the corner and you're not focusing there. Another part of the simplification of navigation is moving everything on the left side. So as you can see, the user settings is living on the left side, but on the bottom part of the screen, you can have the statuses, settings, like pretty much everything here. So we efficiently pushed everything when it comes to top level navigation to the left side. And the only thing that's left on the right side is our chart, but it works more like a widget these days. So it was pretty logical to leave it there. Now, when it comes to navigating between the projects, we have a default tab as tasks here. So anytime I go to any project, unlike in previous version when you could see the timeline, we see the tasks. While it's very helpful to see the timeline, to see like who is working on what, it's not necessarily the first thing you need, especially in the heat of the work. And we found that more often people still navigate to task board, which is pretty logical. Now the charts are being restructured as well as project level navigation, so it's more easier to find things, and it also saves a lot of space for the mainframe, for the menu, for the part of the application where you have all of these tasks. So charts are just for the channel, and this side menu can be opened and closed with hotkeys like it was before. But primarily, we just wanted to get rid of these menu items. We put them on the top, and if let's say you have not enough space to to house all of these items, we have this more button where you can find pretty much everything there. The most desired information about the milestones and other stuff are also fixed here. So overall, the UI is much cleaner, but it's not the end of the changes. As you can see, we refreshed the way each task card looks like. We also added the functionality to change the detail of information you can see on the task board. For those who are more into lean approach, they would love this minimalistic design. And if you want more details, we added it up to showing short description version of the task as well. So this is one extra bonus we added, as well as citing all of these extra menus in this menu because we wanted to save some space over here, especially if you have the chart widget opened. This main space is getting smaller, and if you open the channels as well, it becomes a mess. So one last thing I wanted to share is the chart navigation. Right now we have static tabs like task info and chat when it comes to side panel on this right side. And it's much easier now to expect and find how to navigate there, because we found people are often get confused, like where I can find the comments or chat connected to specific task. Now it will always be sitting here. It's not dependent on how much content you have in this frame, because previously we had this here. And it's much easier to expect it as well when you go to the full screen. It just switches to the chart, but you can also have this weird stuff when you have the task info on the both sides. Other than that, chart functions as it was before. In terms of navigation, we just make things a little bit different, refresh the view. We're also going to have the dedicated attachment section here, and that's it. Now, this was a major part of the work. We've been working more than 2 weeks, actually, like month or so. And the next feature is no less excited. It's global search. Now, if I click Shift K, which we're going to change likely to Command K, I've jumped in instantly into organization search. And if I type something, anything, I can instantly get result throughout the whole organization. And I can search by tasks, projects, channels, messages. It's literally searching through everything, through every textual content you have. And you can also filter by specific projects. It's extremely powerful feature and saves a lot of time to everyone who uses WorkLayer, at least from the feedback we've gathered. We might change it a little bit to focus because when you search something, you're actually not interested in anything else. So we might have it as a model window centered on the center of the screen. Finally, the multiple profile feature for organization is simply can be found through the organization settings. It helps you literally have different organization profiles. You can have like a big company like Alliance, like Group A, Group B, Group C, all registered entities in different countries, and you don't need to create organization for each of such organizations inside the WorkLayer. You can live inside one organization because the primary purpose of it, even though you can see the logo changes for default one, the primary reason we have it is to simplify the way we generate the invoices. Like some clients reside in different countries, and for tax optimization reasons, we want to invoice them from the specific entity. And here I can do this easily. So once you set up the profiles, like I see here, you can set up for each profile unique name, a unique billing address, and different transfer types, as well as inform in terms of payment information. And when you go to finance and generate a new invoice, now you can select these different profiles over here. And if I go to generate, let's say, this milestone, I could see the credentials coming from it, and I can only select the transfer type belonging to this organization. So there is no mistake possible, as we like to delegate this to our account managers. And if I go to, let's say, Boston Red Sox, regenerate the same invoice, it just uses the different credentials. Extremely useful and easy to use, and saves a lot of time. Plus, we do not lose the clarity, as when you go to finance and bills, we will also see different, let me actually generate it. We will also be able to see like from which profile each invoice has been generated. So let me actually quickly generate the invoice here. And if I go, if I go here, I could see that, everything here. Cool. So that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed these updates. Please like if you do. Subscribe in order not to miss any future updates. And I see you in the next videos.